Good morning and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahel Philippos and here is today's big story. Under fire for the security breach that left Prime Minister Narendra Modi stranded on a flyover in the state for about 15 or 20 minutes 2 days ago, the Congress government of Punjab has formed a two-member committee to inquire into the incident. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Home Affairs has launched a separate probe forming a committee of its own. As the Centre and Punjab announced parallel probes, Anurag Thakur, Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting, said that the government will take big and tough decisions over the matter. A day after the breach, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with President Ramnath Kovind to give him a first-hand account of what all went down in Punjab. BJP leaders, meanwhile, who have been attacking the Congress and its government in Punjab for allegedly constructing a scenario in which Prime Minister Modi could potentially be harmed, held prayer meetings across the country in temples for his safety and well-being. Punjab government officials have claimed that last-minute disruptions by protesters were one factor that contributed to the security breach on the Ludhiana-Firozpur highway. Facts, however, put a question mark on this. Some letters accessed by the Indian Express clearly warned police officials that protesters could block roads and urge them to make adequate security arrangements for the Prime Minister's visit to Firozpur. Next up are our stories exclusive to the Indian Express. As the country continues to grapple with a surge in coronavirus cases, musician and author T.M. Krishna writes on what the pandemic has revealed about art in India. You can read his column on the IndianExpress.com. And now for our stories from the front page. India on Thursday reacted sharply to China's recent actions, calling the naming of places in Arunachal Pradesh a ridiculous exercise to support untenable claims, the writing of letters to Indian MPs for attending a Tibet event as inappropriate in tone, tenor and substance, and saying that the bridge over Pangong Lake is being constructed in areas under illegal occupation by China. As COVID-19 cases continue to rise in the city, mostly fueled by the Omicron variant, data accessed from the Delhi Health Department show that none of the confirmed cases have required oxygen or ventilator support or have been admitted to the ICU so far. According to this data, there have also been no Omicron-related deaths in the city as yet. Next up are our must-read stories. A second-year civil engineering student with right-wing leanings and a very small group of friends, the Assam-based son of a grocery shop owner who spent most of his time glued to his laptop, a 21-year-old DU student arrested from his home after police tracked his cell phone, and a 19-year-old woman known for sharing extreme content on social media. This was the group behind the controversial app where doctored photographs of Muslim women were uploaded with objectionable comments. While less people are ending up in ICUs during the Omicron wave of the COVID pandemic, the new variant is far from harmless. Omicron may cause less severe disease in most individuals, but because of its very high transmissibility, hospitals may get flooded with those who remain unimmunized, those living with comorbidities, and those with suppressed immune systems. We take a look at this new variant and its possible impact in India. After a senior lawyer alleged in court that 8 women had accused suspended CRPF DIG Khajjan Singh of sexual harassment, the centre has been asked by the Delhi High Court to produce all such complaints, if any, against him in court. In 2020, an FIR was registered against Singh by a CRPF constable who accused him of raping her on multiple occasions since 2014. But in October, Singh was acquitted after the woman retracted her statement. And finally, 4 years ago, Dean Elgar was hit flush on the helmet grill by Jasprit Bumrah at the notorious Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg. Hardly anyone would have questioned the South African opener had he been dismissed swinging his bat in frustration. But Elgar, as he has throughout his career, showed that he is made of some rare alloy that just does not buckle. 4 years later, his infallible grit remains. And that's all for today's Morning Expresso. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express's YouTube channel for the latest news updates.